Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Diamond Paintings with Mike. Today we're going to be doing a bit of black on here. I want to try and get this bit of the tree finished on the trunk part of it. Now we're going to try out this you know, one thing, I hate this plastic. Now, for the third time, we're going to try out Majestic's silicone matte thing. So, I'm just going to try and prize this apart because I haven't had a chance to pull it all apart yet. I've actually got a cake mat like this. It's a silicone cake mat that, because I occasionally, very occasionally, make cakes. And I'm not just talking like cupcakes, I make big cakes. So I don't know which way this goes round because one's got like a rough piece and then one's got like a shiny bit. I really hope it's the shiny bit, but we'll have to do it. Oh yeah, look at that. Brilliant. So I don't think it really matters which way round, but it's going to be so much better rather than hearing that crinkly stuff. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's really cool. No more crinkly. Okay, love it. Thanks Majestic for sending this. So yeah, what a weekend it's been really. So let's do the weather forecast first and then we'll get into just another Sunday morning. Whoa. Alexa, what's the weather forecast today, please?
In Braintree, it's 7 degrees Celsius with mostly sunny skies. Today, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 11 degrees and a low of 7 degrees.
Yeah, the other night we had really bad wind and it was keeping me awake. I could not sleep. But yeah, Mother's Day, I can officially declare that Mother's Day is now over. Yay! Because yeah, what a week it's been with you know, engagements and stuff, and then yeah, so I can't actually remember what I did and what I haven't done because I've woke up and can't remember what I wanted to talk about now. So something to do with the weekend. Well, let's just go to Sunday then because I can't remember what I did on Friday or Saturday. So Sunday, it was obviously Mother's Day, so I rang up to ask what she was doing because I wasn't sure if she was going out for the day or what. So I know what we did Saturday. I came round to see Molly for a bit. My Cocker Spaniel, I keep saying it's mine, but it's my mum's Cocker Spaniel. And just do like a really big sort of catch up really. And my mum wanted to go Asda because she wanted to buy some flowers for her mum. And my sister has pulled her back and wasn't sure if she was coming and she couldn't make it. So we then went to, I was like, well, I've just got to wait for the American parcel. I think that was either Friday or Saturday because I had to go over Friday to collect that. So whatever day it was either Friday or Saturday. And my mum actually got it in because she was outside because she just came back from taking Molly for a walk and she was in the garden and then Parcel Force turned up. So I'll always remember that advert with Lee Evans. If you've never seen it, it's like, Parcel Force, Parcel Force, Parcel Force, we have a package for you. And it was that driver I was telling you about, but luckily my mum was there, so he didn't have the opportunity to chuck it over the fence because my mum was there when he pulled up, so that was good. So anyway, Sunday So I went over to collect that on the Saturday and just, you know, spend some time with Molly, seeing the rest of the family and stuff. But Sunday, my mum wanted to go Asda. Well, of course, my sister couldn't make it. I don't know what my brother was doing. I don't actually remember if he was there that day, but I said, well, I can come and go with you if you like, because I needed to get some potatoes, because I wanted to have Sunday. I like to alternate it, so I like to have either a roast dinner one week, a toad in the hole the next week, perhaps a joint of beef the week after. And I thought, well, I can go down there with you, because I need to pick up some spuds to make potatoes with. I have had the Aunt Bessie ones, but I don't like them because they're very sort of powdery. They've got this very strange texture. It's just like not a proper potato. Your best potatoes are the ones you make yourself, and oh my god, my brother does beautiful spuds. Oh my god, I don't know how he makes them, but they're bloody delicious. When you have potatoes with roast, I like to have the nice crunchy ones. Yeah, I thought, well, I'll come down there with you. So anyway, my mum was doing the grass when I turned up, so she was cutting the grass, and my brother bought her for Mother's Day a magnolia tree. She's always wanted a magnolia tree. So yeah, my mum had just finished the grass when I turned up, and I said, what time are you going to Asda then? And you know, because I can't be here all day, you know, I've got things to do. So she was like, well, let me just finish that, and then I just want to put the magnolia tree in, and then we'll go. So anyway, a couple of hours went by, and then we went down to Asda, just me and my mum, and got these. Well, I just went down there for my spuds and that, but oh my god, that soon turned into like half a dozen things, because in Asda they had so many deals. Oh my god, there were like these pigs in blankets. If you don't know what that is, in America, pigs in blankets is sausages with bacon wrapped around them. Oh my god, they're banging for like nice try for roast dinner, but they do sell them all year round, but I will only ever buy them Christmas. I feel like they're a sort of Christmas thing. So yeah, so she went, we went down to Asda, got a few bits, and every aisle I passed for, I saw more offers. They have got so many offers there. Pigs in blankets, 2 packs for $5. They had some reduced cakes, and I wish I never bought them, because oh my god, they were so cheaply made. You bit into it and it felt like you was eating a roll. It was just like no jam. The icing was very sort of fake crap, like very sort of cheap tacky. Very sort of cheap tacky, like the cheapest icing you could probably get, because as you bit into it, it peeled it all off of the cake, whereas icing is supposed to sit on there, and it was like you could peel it like an onion. It was so bad. And then I saw the chocolate ones, and I was like, oh, I don't really want 2 lots, you know. So then we walked around the corner. There was even more offers. They were selling Tetley's tea bags. I think you had like 600 in a bag. No, 400 for £6. And then we went round somewhere else. Big share bags of crisps, £1.50. And then the best bit of all, we went round to, because we all fancied a drink. So I've never tried this alcohol before, but it's called Tiger. And my brother wanted a Stella, and my mum was like, well, I'll get him 2, because you know, he's done the garden for me, like putting the bush in and stuff. He didn't do the grass, but he put the tree in. And I said to her, it's not a very good idea to put it next to the fence, because this side of the fence, you've got 2 fences. So this side, the person who lives next door, they complain over everything. if a tree is up near the fence, they moan. You know, if you have a barbecue, you can't do that, you know, and that side is the one that's moving soon. Now, they've had this sold sign thing up on their fence for ages, and I thought, well, why is it taking them so long to move? So it turns out the reason why they can't move yet is because when you sell a house, so I've Googled, that sold sign has to stay there for so many weeks to promote, like, trying to sell. I don't know if it's sold at the time, but well, it must be because it says sold, but apparently it's supposed to, like, promote the house or something, like on the market or whatever. I don't really understand it, but so anyway, we thought, well, we won't put it near there, even though it's inside our part of the fence. We'll put it over that side. And I said, I don't think that's a good idea, because that side, they play a lot of football next door, and they have damaged one of our flowers once in a hanging basket. And I think next door heard that we weren't happy, because my mum went really, like, she was not happy because it was a brand new plant. We only just bought the hanger for it, and they damaged it. So they sent round a £10, you know, £10 in an envelope as a way to say sorry. But I just think that's not a very good place to put it, because if they start playing football and it damages it, that, you know, you're going to have a problem. But we've got CCTV, so we can check it on the cameras. I personally would have put it next to the shed, because next to the shed we have like little flowers along there, and I thought, well, I would have personally put it there. And really, I would have personally put it in the back garden, not the front, but my mum was like, we've got too many flowers out the back, so because she has one of them bushes, you know, which it like, it's like ivy, but as soon as it starts climbing, oh my god, it just don't stop growing. Ivy is a horrible plant. I think it's ivy because you cut it down and within about 2-3 days it's grew back to the top again. But anyway, so yeah, we bought him a Stella for doing that, and he got 2. Well, anyway, I chose to have, she was like, pick a drink, and I was like, okay. And I really fancied, my #1 favourite drink is Kronenberg, and for some reason that drink is always very hard to get hold of in bottles. The only place I've found that you can get it is in the Co-op. And I saw this other drink, and it was just called Tiger written on it, and I thought, oh, it's only £2.89, I'll try that. I'm always up for trying new flavours, and do you know what? It tasted like any other beer. It's really, really nice. I quite enjoyed that one. Nice, not too strong. I do drink Stella, but I find it a little bit on the strong side of things. I can get a headache with it. I can, you know, it just makes me really sort of giddy and dizzy. So anyway, then my mum treated herself to a bottle of wine, and that's a rare occurrence because she never ever buys herself a bottle of wine. It's always me or my sister that do that. So I was like gobsmacked when she picked up a bottle of wine and just treated herself. And then before we went to that, I got the I picked up a Baravero, and we got to the tills, and there was this on the self-service checkout, this lady who obviously helps you when there's something wrong with the self-service. She comes over, because on the self-service you can press a help button, it flashes a light on top of the till, and then someone comes over and helps. And she was like, oh, we've got this Ferrero Rocher pack, I think there had like 12 in there, and they were only £1. They reduced them way down to £1 because apparently that was like their use by date was by the end of that day. And she was like, would you like some? And I was like, oh my god, could you just like ask the woman if she's got another one, because I'd love to have that. And yeah, she had another one. Yeah, like she was like, everyone wanted them. Like, she was giving out so many of them. Considering they're like what, £4, is it? You know, like the little rectangle ones, not the big square packets, but it's like a little sort of rectangle double layer one. And I was like, oh my god, could you ask her if she's got like any more? And I was like, no way. And she had one, and I was like so happy. And my mum was like, well, you might as well put the Aero back because you get more with that. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to do that. So anyway, we got outside Asda and I saw Domino's, because Asda's here and then next door you've got a Domino's. And I saw this advert on TV of cream eggs. Basically, they're cookies with a whole cream egg in them. And I was like, should we get some? And my mum was like, you don't need that because, you know, you've got to think of your heart. And the trouble is I wanted them last year. And because I've got high blood pressure, but I also have borderline cholesterol, because I think they said the rating's 5, but if it gets, I've got 3.5, and if it gets to 5, that is like danger zone. And the doctor won't put me on, I think it's called a statin. My doctor won't put me on that because she thinks I'm too young, even though I'm 33. So yeah, I think she just feels like I'm too young for it. Because when I was put on to high blood pressure pills, she was like, you're too young to have these as well, but you need to have them to bring that down. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll leave it then. Because I really fancied them. I want to try them. But I'm not very happy with Domino's, because if you go on the app, for some apparent reason, you can't just order the cookies. You have to spend, I think they want you to spend £12 or over £12, or is it £25? But apparently you've got to spend a certain amount. You can't just have cookies, even though you're paying, because I don't think they charge for delivery. I can't remember, I haven't ordered a pizza in so long. But yeah, it's just so frustrating. And I was like, shall we go in there and see whether they can do it, you know, without having to pay a minimum. So, because they sometimes do offers where you can go in and have, you get like really good deals if you go to pick it up yourself. But I never do pick up, because by the time you've got home it's all cold anyway, so you might as well just do delivery. But anyway, so we got back and my mum picked up a roll in Asda and some chicken, and she was like, shall we get that? But before that, I do fly between, you know, things I forgot and things that come out. I keep going backwards and forwards because I forget what we've done, and then if it comes back to me, I'm sort of like, oh, we did that as well. But yeah, before we went round to the alcohol, so it's backwards and forwards like a yo-yo, because I might get round to the bit I want to talk about and then I remember something else. I'm like, oh, I better fit that in. But anyway, she got some, when we went in there first, she was like, what flowers should I get? And I said, get these ones. Because she always asks my opinion on them. She's not very good at decision making. So in some ways I could be like power of attorney, really, shouldn't I? Because power of attorney, that basically gives you power to make decisions on behalf of someone else. But she always wants like a second opinion, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go for that. Because she doesn't, if she picks up flowers, she'll have 2 bunches and she will look at each one for ages before she makes a decision. So if she's got someone with her, she'll be like, do you like this one or this one? And I'm like, that one. And then like 5 minutes later, she'll go, do you want this one or this one? Are you sure you definitely like that one? And I'm like, yes. But this one had like a wooden stick butterfly in them, and I was like, oh my god, I could actually put some glue on that and like, you know, diamond art sealer, and stick some spare jewels on that. And I was like, can I have that? And she was like, no, that's for my mum. I was like, oh, that's so not fair. Like, I'd have to buy a whole bunch of flowers just to get that butterfly stick. So I love flowers very much, and yeah, it's quite lovely flowers. You know, they if you're having a grumpy day, they cheer you up. You know, so many. But and the thing about flowers is they come in all different sorts of sizes. But anyway, I need to finish the story, otherwise I'll forget. So anyway, my mum picked up this French stick, and oh my god, I've not had a French stick in so long. Tesco's used to sell them, and I don't think they do them anymore. And we got like this big chunky chicken. So we got home and we all had a sandwich for tea. We didn't have like a cooked meal. We had like a sandwich. Well, it was a roll, and I said I felt like it was a bit dry, so I asked for some piccalilli. So my mum put piccalilli in it, and she couldn't understand why I put piccalilli with chicken, because normally you have piccalilli with like cheese. Oh my god, don't get me started on Jacob's crackers. Oh my god, if you've ever had Jacob's crackers, yeah. If you've ever had Jacob's crackers and you put piccalilli with it and cheese, oh my god, I could eat packs of them. Nice classic Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. Whenever I pick up crackers, I think of that, because as you know, Wallace in Wallace and Gromit, he loves crackers and cheese, and he always used to go, cheese Gromit. So yeah, we had that. I had my crisps, I had my cake, and I stuffed the whole of the, I literally like ate all the Ferrero Rocher, because if I eat one and I put them, you know, put the rest on the floor, you know, on the side, I know they're there, and then 5 minutes later I want them. So if I see it, I have to eat the whole pack, because otherwise it will keep bothering me, going, oh, you've got some, eat them. But yeah, and then by the time it got to, I think it was like 8-9 o'clock, by the time I finished that, and I was like, well, I might as well stay the night, because what's the point of me going home now? I might as well just stay here till Sunday, and then it'll be Mother's Day. That'll save me having to come back. Now I do have a weekly ticket, because obviously I have to buy a weekly for work, and with a weekly I get unlimited travel. So on a weekend I can go on the train as much as I like. You can do that through the week as well, but weekend is when I get, like, I can chuck in a few extra trips to get my money's worth. And I thought, well, it ain't got to cost me any more, because I've got a unlimited season ticket thing. It's like £54.20 a week, and I'm thinking of changing it to monthly rather than have to pay it out every single week. And yeah, so anyway, I ended up staying for Sunday. So anyway, the Sunday comes, and it was Mother's Day, and my mum was like, my sister wants to take her to, there's a place called Oliver's Nurseries, and it's not a nursery like where you go to take your kids to nursery. It's a nursery where they do strawberry picking, teas, scones, jam, afternoon teas. It's basically like, I would say like a little farm shop, but you have to book the tables if you want to go for an afternoon tea. I'd love to experience that, because 1, I like cakes, 2, I like jam, and 3, I like scones. So like, just have like an afternoon tea of jam, and you know, but you have to get there early, because my sister was like, they're back to back with like people booking, and if you miss your slot, they'll give it to the next person in the queue. So, and they had like on the, my sister showed me a photo where they write on like a chalkboard like your name and the reservation, and yeah, so they went for an afternoon tea. So I thought, well, I'll see you for a bit, but my sister wanted it just to be her and her mum, so I thought, well, I'll stay here, look after Molly then, and I will, Molly's the Cocker Spaniel, and I will watch an episode of Titanic. I've been watching this series on BBC iPlayer, and it's like a 4-part series of Titanic, and they it's like a drama adaptation, and they go through the steps of what happened to Titanic. I mean, there's so many programs on Titanic, like all near enough the same thing, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go. And the first episode is called The Unsinkable Ship, but it was really cool because you had like these actors sort of like portraying the parts, but it wasn't actually a film. They were just like, they'd have bits where they're just sitting in a room talking about it, and then bits where they're actually showing you what happened. So yeah, it was really sort of like a good sort of little program. So I'm going to finish that off, the rest when I get a chance. And I thought, right, I'll finish that, I'll make something to eat. So then I found these garlic chicken Kiev things in the freezer, and I thought, oh, they look really nice. I'm going to give them a go, and by God, they were. you had like a garlic sort of, they're basically like Kievs, but it's basically chicken with like a garlic sauce in it. But the sauce is not like runny, it's like an oily sort of sauce. It's still nice, but yeah, so I had them. And then after I finished that, I thought, right, I'll just make a cup of tea and put the third episode of Britain's Got Talent on. And I got about into, oh, look at this. This is so much better majestic. Oh, yes, I'm loving this. Wow. Right. So I came in, and while I was on the train, I was checking Amazon because I sent my parcel up to, because I knew that I would be staying over at my mum's. So, and Sunday the post offices are shut, so I sent it to the sunglasses locker, so I didn't have to like lug it back on the train. And it's only like my coffees and pasta and stuff, but oh my god, I get up to the shop last night, so I came in and searched for an hour because I thought, well, there's no point going up and then coming all the way back down to go all the way back up again, and I couldn't find it. So I had a cup of tea, tried to find it, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna have to go because it's getting later and later. I ain't done dinner yet. And oh my god, we had like rain last night, but I could not connect to the locker because whoever invented the Bluetooth ones, I think it's a stupid idea, because when it's raining, it doesn't connect to the locker properly. And we have a 3-day slot to pick that up. They've already sent me an email reminding me to pick it up. And I turned Bluetooth on, and because it connects through Bluetooth, and it just got, the bar went so far up and got stuck. And I thought, oh my god, what are we going to do? So I must have standed there for about 10-15 minutes trying to sort this out. So I rebooted the phone, that wouldn't work. I tried uninstalling the Amazon app, re-putting it back on. It just would not connect to the locker. So guess what? I've got to go all the way back up there again today and try to sort it again. If it doesn't let me, then it's just going to have to go back to Amazon. But the problem is, I paid that with a gift card, and Amazon do not refund gift cards. And I think that's the same with most shops. You don't get a refund on a gift card if you pay by gift card. So, I mean, I don't know what I can do, because if I can't get it out, there's obviously a technical problem with that locker. And, do you know, ever since it's been installed there, I've always had connection problems with that locker. There's always something wrong with it. One time, actually, I'll never forget this. One time I went there, went on the app, opened the locker, it said, press open locker. I pressed it and it said, we're sorry, the locker door's jammed. We can't, it's not opening. So I had to go back home, get on live chat to try and tell them, like, it's not opening, what do we do? And they were like, oh, we're going to have to send an engineer out to the locker to try and see what's going on with it. And yeah, oh my god, I don't think, after last night, I don't think I'm going to use that locker again. I'll have to use the one that's right over the other side near the Royal Mail depot. Yeah, that locker, for whatever reason, InPost works fine. They've got a Royal Mail one up there as well. But that, I don't know if it's like a signal problem, because they must get the signal from the shop. You know, but oh my god, it just would not let me do it. So I thought, right, well, I'm just going to have to go home. I can't do anything about it, because I was like, I've tried everything, you know, and it's just not letting me do it. So I had my dinner, and I thought, well, I wonder if I do my dinner, because I had spaghetti bolognese last night, it was gorgeous. And I'll put shorts up of that last night. Not last night, I will put shorts up of it, because I'm doing some shorts at the moment, because I filmed a lot of shorts ages ago and I forgot to put them up. So even down to, like, you know, the Bogner squirrels, oh my god, that was filmed like 2024. Oh my days. So I had my dinner and I thought, well, why don't I have dinner and then see whether I can go back up there. And I thought, I was just so tired, like, because I'd done a lot of travelling yesterday. I just didn't have any energy to go back up there. So this is going to be fun, trying to see if it works. I mean, I've had this problem before and I've gone up the next day and it's done it fine. It's just whenever there's rain, it just will not work properly. So if it does it again today, they'll just have to go back to Amazon automatically, because if you don't pick up within 3 days, they take it back. So kind of annoyed, but it's quite funny because I've gone back to Amazon for a bit because they've sent me a deal, because I've cancelled my Prime. I cancelled it like 2 months ago, and they sent me a special offer for £4.49 for 3 months. So if you cancel your Prime, they try to entice you back with offers. I mean, I've had a week of Prime for 99p before. I've had you know, different offers, but I don't really use Amazon as I used to always use Amazon, but I don't really use it much now because I just don't like waiting all day for things. But yeah, while they're giving me that offer, I'll go back to Amazon for a bit. So yeah. Right, and then obviously that was it. So we're back, we're all up to date now. But last night I had an ice cream van to pick up, because, you know, when I got that pink ice cream van with the 2 candles in it, well, they did a blue one, and I could never get hold of the blue one. Well, you're never going to guess what, my candle supplier, who I got all them jam ones from, the Snow Brie, the Ice Latte, and the jam one, all them, you know, them bulk candles I showed you, she only had the blue ice cream van. And oh my god, this is the candle. I've got the vanilla frosting. It comes in vanilla frosting and gingerbread cookie. The vanilla frosting's in the other room, and I've got this one going in here, which is gingerbread cookie. And this is the Sunday and Scents. Now, I think this only comes out summertime, because these haven't been in the store for ages. So, yeah. And you are never going to guess what, I managed to get the wedding day one and the carrot cake. Well, I had to pick it up from my sister, but the wedding day one was actually in there. I couldn't believe it. So, I don't think they have dark cherry still, so I'm going to have to try and see if, I think they've got it online, but as I say, how every driver, he will chuck it over the fence, and I don't want to risk that smashing. Now, Every are doing a new thing where if you, there's an option on the app where you can divert it to the post office, but it's only if the parcel's eligible for that. And oh my god, you're never going to guess what, I was on the DPD app the other day, because Joybuy uses DPD, and I can believe this, DPD have bought out City Sprint. Now, there was CityLink, but CityLink went bust, because I used to work for them in the depot sorting parcels. I'll never forget this time, it was so funny. This guy on the conveyor belt, because you've got all these parcels coming through, and you've got to get them in the right postcode cages before it runs off the end. Well, he wasn't paying attention. I had to walk off and laugh because it was so funny. He wasn't paying attention. The paint's coming down the conveyor belt and it fell on the floor. All the paint's gone everywhere. The depot manager was not happy. He was like, what the hell? Yeah, he wasn't very happy. I think he actually dismissed him, which is where they sack them. Because back then it was like temporary agency work. But yeah, I miss City Sprint. They were a good courier. Sorry, CityLink. They were a good courier. They used to do Amazon as well. But yeah, they've now bought out City Sprint. Now, City Sprint is a same-day courier, and I looked into that because I've always wanted to do like a same-day delivery, like dropping it off and getting it there the same day. That would just be so handy for Vinted. And unfortunately, you have to pay almost £60 just to get it. Like, I did a trial, like how much it would be from here to Whittam. They almost wanted 58 quid just to send something from here to Whittam, like the same day. But I didn't notice the other day, Vinted has put another courier on. They're now accepting DHL. Now, DHL is a very strange courier because I don't know what it is, but you know, with like other couriers, you pack the item yourself, you drop it off. DHL, for some apparent reason, if you send with them, you have to take the item to the shop and they have to pack it for you in their packaging. I don't like that, you know. why is the shop person got to see what you're sending? I don't like that. It really annoys me with Royal Mail as well. Like, whenever you send something, they go, oh, what's in it for safety reasons? Even though you've declared already on the, you know, the bit that you fill in and pay for the label already. I don't like that. I find that nosy, and I don't like that. But yeah, I won't be using DHL because we have got a drop off here, but it's in TG Jones, which is what used to be WH Smith's. But I don't really like DHL, so I don't like the idea of you having to show them what it is before you send it. I think that's like, I don't really like that. So I won't be using DHL, but they have another courier called Relay, and our nearest drop off is London. Like, I'm not going to go all the way to London just to drop a package off. That's insane. And Vinted, it says with the postage options, we can turn off certain couriers, but there's a thing at the top I've noticed, and it says something like, if this is the only option available for the buyer, like say for example, the buyer only has DHL available in their area, they will switch it on and you will be forced to send it with DHL. So Vinted will force that, which I think is wrong, because if we don't have a drop off for that, you know, how are we supposed to do that? Because this is what they did before. They tweaked it so that we would have set couriers, and a lot of Vinted customers weren't happy. A lot of Vinted sellers weren't happy because, you know, if we ain't got that drop off, we can't do it. And so I think Vinted made a bit of a balls up there, and they switched it back to how we select it. I mean, I generally use raw mail every in-post DPD. I didn't used to use raw mail because raw mail, you used to have to print your label, and they've changed it to a QR code now. So, I mean, I don't really like raw mail anyway, because I like to have it where the buyer actually has to physically go and pick it up, because with Royal Mail, yeah, they can deliver it, but you don't know if they've delivered it to the wrong place, you know. So yeah, I'm sorry if talking about Vinted bores you, but I do talk an awful lot about Vinted. And talking of Vinted, I have got a painting. I've been trying to get this painting for so long. The first time round, the person said they couldn't find it. The second time round, someone said that they had they were ill and they couldn't send it. Okay, so why are you accepting the order? You should have put your page on holiday mode, because it's common sense, isn't it? If you're ill, you're not going to have the time to post it. So, you know, you need to turn it onto holiday mode until you're better. And now the third time, it's actually been sent out. So I wanted this painting for so long, and it's coming with DPD because they only ship with DPD, which is brilliant because it's like a next day thing. So I'm hoping that comes today, and then I will unbox that. But oh my god, I love this painting and I can't wait to show you. So we've got Vinted unboxing coming up soon. I've ordered a few more things from Temu, so that's flying over. Fly me to the moon and let me play upon the stars. Let me be my number one like Jupiter or Mars. Do you know that song, Kathy? Kathy loves my singing for some reason. Fly me to the moon. Weren't it Frank Sinatra that sang that? I know Sharon's just going to Google it now, because Sharon Googles everything that I can't remember or I need, like, looking up. Let me play upon the stars. Where's it? I still haven't found that 9 colour, but I tell you what, we're going to get a bit of yellow into this now, if we can. Let me be my number one like Jupiter or Mars. Do 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 la la la. Oh, actually, yes. Let's do this colour here. This is 6. And again, it's showing you a light colour, but it's actually dark now. You know that monkey painting we got from Majestic? I am going to spend this evening kitting that up. So, hang on a minute. Majestic got me all of these, so I'm going to be sitting there with the labels that Sharon got me and starting to kit all that up tonight. I really want to get that monkey going. So, yeah, I'm dying to get into that DAC. An actual premium canvas. Oh my god. I went to the range the other day and it was so depressing I didn't even do a come shop with me. I couldn't believe it. There was nothing there. Like, nothing new. I'm actually thinking of turning it into like a monthly come shop with me because, oh my god, it was just so flat. There's nothing new there. It's just the same old, and I'm actually struggling to find things on the range to get now. And I was so annoyed. I ordered the pencil case, right? And even though they said, oh yeah, there's 5 available, they cancelled the order and refunded me because apparently it's not available, even though the website says there's 5 in stock in Chelmsford. Now, this has happened before with wrapping paper, and someone at the back has had to go and pull it off a pallet. So I'm wondering if it's on a pallet and they've not put it out on the shelf yet. But I think that's wrong, because why do they put things on the website saying it's available when clearly it's not? And I knew it weren't available because when I ordered it the day before. But when I go to pick things up, I always check the shop first, and I had to go and pick something else up that I forgot to order, and I thought, oh my god, it's getting to like 6-7 o'clock here, I don't think this is coming. So I went home and I looked all around the shop and I couldn't find it on the shelves. So yeah, they really need to stop putting things on the website saying it's available when it's not. So I'm going to have to order that pencil case, because even that vase set, that's not in the shop either. So it's kind of frustrating, really. I'm very tempted to get the rabbit bag though. So decisions what to buy. But yeah, I've had to go back to Temu because there's just nothing new there. I don't understand it. Like, every time I went there was always something new, and now it's got to the point where there's just, what do you get? So there is something else I want to buy, but I'm going to keep that as a surprise for now, because I've never seen this product before, and it is diamond painting. Right, fly me to the moon. I've got that song in mind now. Let's have a little bit of a drinky woo. We're getting some lovely green in here. So this might be the grass, because I think that's a fence, isn't it? Because if you look over here, that's like a fence. Yeah, this has got to be the grass then. Green, green grass, blue, blue sky. La 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 la. Alexa, play George Ezra, Green, Green Grass.
Green, green grass and similar songs on
Yeah, this is by
music.
George Ezra. I need a bit of I need give my voice a rest, so I thought I'd play a song. This is right. I think it was Height Not Fight. Here we go. Undercover, undercover. Green, green grass, blue, blue sky. I love this new Alexa. It's got so much beat on it. You can feel it vibrating on the thing. And because it sits on a desk where the corner of the walls are like that, so it gets the sound like really beaty, because it's bouncing off the wall. I like that green, that's a really nice colour. And undercover, undercover, undercover. Here we go. Green, green, green grass, blue, blue sky. Why would you throw a party when you've died? That's not a good thing. Like, you just died. What, you're celebrating someone's dead? Like, I don't get that. It's like when people drink when someone's died. I don't get why you would drink and party. I don't get that. That's just not showing respect. Right, we've run out of room here. Can do a bit there, I suppose. Here we go. Blue, blue sky, you better throw a party on the day that I die. Blue, blue sky, you better throw a party on the day that I die. Here we go. Blue, blue sky. As you can probably tell, I like beaty music, none of the slow crap, unless of course it's opera, then I will. Ooh. Alexa, stop. I like that other one. What's that other one he sings and goes, my lover, 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 I'm in paradise whenever I meet you. My heart, my boom, boom heart, it's a thrill and it's a da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I think it's called Paradise. But then again, that's like Coldplay, because they've got a song called Paradise, and it's paradise every time he rolls her eye, or something like that. Well, this painting is getting prettier and prettier. So coming up tomorrow, I can't say for sure yet, because the parcel's still, like, I haven't checked it this morning to see if it's gone out for delivery, but yeah, so I'm going to say probably tomorrow we're back to that hedgehog one, because, I mean, it should be today, but it goes to the post office, so I'm not sure if it will be available there yet. And, oh my god, I had to pay, because I sell sometimes a lot of fragile things, and I had to pay £2.69 for one roll of bubble wrap. Oh my god, so expensive. But in the range, just like £1. So I probably won't go in that post office anymore to buy bubble wrap, because that post office is like it's a combi. So you've got a post office bit and a shop. So it's quite handy going in there and then picking up more, you know, bubble wrap and stuff. I'm gonna leave that session there. But can we just thank the lovely Majestic? Look at this. Uh-oh, timber. Trays just fell on the floor, but can we just thank Majestic for this gorgeous silicone mat? Look at that. You pull it on, it's, you know, you don't have all that crinkly, and you just go whoop. I need that number 9. This is just a big colour we could feel. But look at that. I love this. Absolutely brilliant. Best invention ever. And as I said, if you wanted to, you don't have to have it as just one sheet. You could, if you wanted to, like cut little squares out of it, and then like little rectangles, and have individual silicone. But I prefer it being like a big mat. But oh my god, this is brilliant. It's my new favourite gadget in diamond painting. Have a wonderful day. Please remember to like, share, subscribe on the way out of this video, and I'll see you tomorrow for as I say, it might be the vintage unboxing, or it might be the hedgehog. Have a lovely day. Adios amigo.